Hi everyone and welcome to the Horde Hunters Adventures. My name is Raymondo and me and my wife Shelley, we love to go geocaching and we love hiking. It's a very good hobby, it's fun, and obviously you're watching this video because you want to know what do I use to go geocaching, what equipment do I need to go geocaching. Well, what's great about geocaching is really you hardly need anything. You need a phone, you need the app, and you need a pen. That's really the basics of what you need. So I'm just going to run through the bits that I use. I've been geocaching since 2009. Now, there's lots of extra tools that I could show you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to focus on the basic tools that you need, which actually, like I said, isn't much at all. So the first thing you're going to need, folks, is you're going to need your phone. That's the first and most important bit of kit that you will require. You don't have to use this, you can use a GPS, but everyone's got a phone. And you can literally start geocaching for free using your phone. All you've got to do is create your account on the geocaching app, and then you're good to go. There is a premium option, and that will obviously give you more caches. It unlocks more caches and more features, but you definitely don't need that. You can start off as a beginner with the basic geocaching app. You need nothing more than that. Using your phone, it's easy, it's convenient, and it's perfect for beginners. Right, folks, so the next thing I use is my trusty GPS. This is the Garmin 66SR. Now, you absolutely don't need one of these to go geocaching, so don't feel put off thinking that you need one of these, because you really don't. The GPSs are quite expensive, but obviously you can get bargains on second-hand sites like eBay, which is where I purchased this. I bought this for a real good price. I paid £200 for it used, but as you can see, it's pretty much immaculate. So the thing with these is the accuracy is brilliant, and it works really well in areas of poor or no mobile signal, like woods and countryside. So if we are doing, say, urban geocaches, then I'd probably use my phone. But if I'm out in the countryside, or just places that have got really poor signal, and I know that they're going to have poor signal, I'll always carry this with me. I always take it as a backup anyway and put the geocaches on it. But like I say, it's not essential, but it is a great bit of kit if you really do get yourself into the hobby. Okay, next up is my trusty backpack. I always carry one with me to hold any extra gear that I might need while I'm out geocaching. It keeps everything organised and leaves my hands totally free. So obviously I carry this around with me, and you can see I've actually got a trackable on my backpack as well. Now this is always handy when you're climbing. If you're doing any sort of climbing, searching or exploring, it's easy to just keep all your tools and your drinks, etc. Any food in your backpack. So yeah, unless you're doing cache and dashes and you're in your car, make sure you've got a backpack. That's a pretty obvious thing to carry around with you, to be honest. Okay, so next up is my waist bag with my go-to tools. I always keep this with me on every geocaching trip I go on. I'll always wear it. Inside here, I always keep my trusty set of pens. So I tend to carry 3 or 4 pens with me at all times. I also keep a paper extraction tool. I'll show you that in a minute. I would definitely recommend that you get yourself a little bag if you're not just going to keep using your backpack, because you can use your backpack, but you'll be forever taking it off if you want to get your pens out. And obviously you could put pens in your pockets, but pens fall out of pockets. This is why I always keep this little bag with me around my waist, and then I can always easily get my pens out. And anyone that says to me, you don't need a pen for geocaching, well, you do. People that say, oh, I've not got a pen, so I've not signed the log. Well, yeah, there's always a debate about that, but I think you should always sign the logbook. If you find it, you must sign it. So always make sure you carry pens with you at all times. Obviously, you do lose them, people do drop them, but yeah, try and always carry pens. So it doesn't hurt to buy a cheap bag. You can get one for as little as £10. So yeah, always keep a pen with you. And this is probably my useful tool that I keep. Now, I'm not saying you need one of these, but this is a perfect little extraction tool. So how many times that I've gone out in the past when I first started geocaching, and I was scrabbling around trying to find a piece of wood, a little stick, to extract the logbook out of very small geocaches. Well, I bought this little tool. I was in a shop one day, I saw it, and I thought, you know what? That is perfect for extracting logbooks. This, I'm not joking, has been the best little tool that I ever bought for geocaching. It makes it very easy to extract logbooks and sign them. Okay, so the final piece of equipment I usually keep with me at all times is a head torch. Because you never know when you're going to go into, you know, a room or just a darkened area and you need a torch. So I always carry this head torch with me. Another very useful piece of equipment. So yeah, that's all I carry, folks, with me most of the time. I carry my little bag, my backpack, my extraction tool, pens, and a head torch, and of course, my trusty GPS and my phone. So that's it, folks. You don't actually need a lot for geocaching. Very basics. You just need a phone. You just need a pen. Maybe get yourself an extraction tool if you're new to geocaching, because micro geocachers have very tiny logbooks and extracting them out is very, very difficult. This is always a great tool to have. So yeah, I hope this has helped any new people to geocaching. If you're an experienced geocacher, please put in the comments below what you use. I've not shared all the tools that I use, but it's good for new geocachers to see basically what we all use when we're out on the field geocaching. So I think anyone that's watching this video who's new to geocaching might love to see the comments and see what other people actually use. I have actually got a video very similar to this on Remondeli Travel that's worth watching, but it's basically telling you the same thing. The only difference probably is that I've changed a couple of my tools, so my GPS is a lot smaller now, but yeah, it's virtually the same. So thank you very much. Please hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to it, because I'm going to have lots of geocaching videos in the future on here, so it's definitely worth following along. And then finally, I've got one more thing I want to say. I want to say a massive thank you to Castlegrice as being the first person to have spotted my car out in the field. I have a trackable on my car, and I could do a whole other video on trackables on cars. In fact, I have done one showing you me putting the trackables on my car. Yeah, so a geocacher called Castlegrice is the first person to have spotted my white Nissan Leaf on the road and has logged my trackable. And I do say, if you spot my car, you will get a shout out. So Castlegrice, thank you very much. And you are the first person to officially get a shout out from one of my car trackables. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I'll end it there. Thank you. Have a great day, whatever it is you're doing, and happy geocaching.